Tonight, get ready for an unforgettable conversation with one of today's rising voices in R&B. Hailing from South Bend, Indiana, Ronell has captivated audiences with his smooth vocals, heartfelt songwriting, and masterful vocal arrangements. Having shared the stage with artists such as Eric Benet, PJ Morton, Genuine, Day 26, and Jay Holiday, Corey continues to catch the torch for authentic R&B. Grab your phone, take a seat. We're going to chat tonight with indie creative Corey Ronell on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide.
Hey everybody, how are you? Happy Monday. Yes, it is Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide night. And I'm super excited because I've got a wonderful guest. Corey's in the house. He is here. So do me a favor. Grab that handheld. Yep. Come on, Facebook. It's time to share. I want you to share. In the house, we may have some technical difficulties. I've never really had that before, like this bad. So keep us in prayer. I've done all I can do. So we're going to get through this best we can. Hey, I can't forget YouTube. Go over there and subscribe when you go in. And yes, we are going to have a great night. Our guest, Corey Ronell, R&B vocal architect, is in the house. We're going to start having a conversation with him. Corey and I were already talking before I was like, how did you let me go over? How'd you do that? I mean, come on.
Oh it was goodness. A vibe. It was a vibe. That's all.
There was a vibe going. We were chattering and I was like, ooh, oh my God, it's after 7:30. So, welcome to the platform.
Welcome. Yo, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure being here.
Oh, thank you. You got your vibe. Look at you. You got the
little,
so good.
Little something, some slight. That's all.
I know. How nice. So is that actually your studio that you're in?
It is. I have a studio in the basement of my house. So yep, this is my man cave, my domain,
I love it. And yeah. I miss the Midwest. So I lived in Gary, Indiana for like 20 plus years. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So when you said basement, I was like, man, I miss being in the basement. It's cool down there physically.
Yeah, it is.
And
it is. Yeah, Gary, nothing but 45 minutes away from here.
I know, right?
Yeah.
My gosh. Absolutely. So were you born and raised?
Born and raised in South Bend, Indiana. Man, I've lived in some different cities throughout Indiana. I've actually lived in Chicago too. After I graduated college for a little bit. But yeah, born and raised in South Bend, Indiana. Been a church boy my entire life. My dad was a ordained minister, so I'm a kid of an elder. So
you are.
Yeah.
You are.
And I've got it honest, man. But no, yeah, I've done this for a very long time. Grew up in it, and that's South Bend, Notre Dame.
South Bend. Oh man. Wow, how amazing. It just brings back memories. I mean, it wasn't like a place that I would go to often, but like Indianapolis, South Bend, Valparaiso, all those, yeah.
Yeah, I went to school in Indianapolis. I went to IUPUI. That's where I graduated college from.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's an excellent segue, Corey.
Let's do it.
I love that. I love it. Again, welcome to the show. But I want the audience guys, this is my first time meeting Corey. I heard you, Corey, as I was thumbing through Instagram, right? And I said, who is this? This is how I find a lot of the indie artists that I've had on the show. Aside from those who are pretty well known in
Right.
the industry who were majors who are now independent.
Hmm.
And so, but anyway, I found you. I love the sound, and I said, okay. So I started reading on you, and then sent an invitation. You said yes, woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah.
And I appreciate that. I really do. But for those who may not know you, haven't heard of you before, um, if somebody were to ask, well, who is Corey Ronell? Uh, how would you describe him to others?
Um, I would say I'm a very outgoing person.
Yeah.
I'm one that is a very loyal person just by like, honestly just by default really like I've always been a loyal person. I always tried to be that one to be there for friends or even people that I may not even really know that well, just being an advocate for advice or whatnot. So that's kind of what I turn my music into, so with that, my music I feel like gives people a chance to see what Christians go through.
I love that.
I feel like they try to put Christians on the pedestal, that we're better than everybody, whatnot, but we go through the same things that everybody goes through when it
Yep.
comes to, relationships, love,
True.
whatever it may be, life situations, so I'm
Right.
just the type of person that I like to live life just grateful, happy, and you'll hear all of that, and you can see that too on my Instagram. Like you'll see, I just love to be. I'm a family man. I
I
love
was
to
going to
be
say,
hands-on.
I have seen that you're a family man, just
Yeah.
right away, right away.
Yep.
Lots of pictures with you and your wife and your children playing
Mhm.
basketball.
Yep.
I see all of those things. So you're
Yeah.
absolutely correct. Yes.
Yeah, so when you see that, that's what you get. What you see is what you get, truly. Some people, I'm this and I'm that, but then behind closed doors, they mean and rude. Come on, I don't
look, as the old people say, mean as a cut snake.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what you see is what you get. What you see online is literally me. That's who I am. I'm a people person. Obviously, there's lines people can cross, but
of course.
I'm a people person. I love people. So
yeah.
that's me in a nutshell. I know it was kind of a lot, but
No, and that's fine. That's fine. If and this is definitely an interview kind of question.
Sure.
I just kind of like to pop in some and pop out, and just let the conversation flow and be authentic. But there are some standard things in there. But I just wanted to know that if you were sitting with some of your friends, closest friends at that, instead of me, well, I'm not calling myself a close friend, but I'm saying if you were sitting with close friends outside of this scenario, what do you think they'd say is like the one quality that defines Corey?
I would say loyal.
What?
Yeah,
You did say that, didn't you?
yeah. I think they would say loyal. Some of my friends that I have that are actually a part of my circle, I've had them for years.
I love that.
Years.
Yeah.
And even those two that I still count as friends that I keep, around me, like I've had those same friends for years. So I would say they would definitely say I'm loyal. They can come and talk to me about anything. They know I'm gonna be there no matter what. I wear my heart on my sleeve. So anytime they need anything, or if they just need to talk to somebody, like I try to make myself available to them. If I can't in a moment, trust I'm gonna be calling you back and checking on you.
Yeah, especially those strong ones.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we're pretty much on point as in time, because I have 2 commercials in this 1-hour broadcast. Since, because I want to start talking about your journey now. I don't want to throw a question out there and then have to cut in the middle of it. So how about we just go take one break?
Let's do it.
And then we'll come back. We'll continue our conversation tonight with Corey Ronell. Don't go too far. We'll be back in just a little bit right here on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide.
The Music Note Boutique has returned, offering must-have lifestyle go-tos from Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide. Grab your Black is the New White mug, our 25-ounce hot-cold travel cup, and our classic teas, available in an array of colors. Get your essentials now. Visit us at etsy.com/shop/The Music Note Boutique. I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of the indie platform Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide, where the artist shares their story and I premiere their latest release. Connect with Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide here, Mondays on Facebook and YouTube, 7:30 p.m. Central.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the show. Sabrina Taylor here, creator and host of Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide. My special guest is Corey Ronell. We're getting to know him. If you missed that, you got to go back. And when you do, #replay for me. Yes. Wanted to start talking about Corey's journey. I've been advertising you and calling you the vocal architect because I think that's what you are.
Which is dope. I have never heard that. I was like, architect. Huh.
You are.
I like that.
You really are, because you have a way. I call these special voices. These are unique voices to me.
Wow.
And you have a very unique voice. And I want to talk about the journey because there were some notables that is noted in your bio-ish. And so kind of wanted to go through that. But I know that every artist has a story. Everybody has something that they can talk about. I want you to take us back to the moment when music was more than just, something you enjoyed. You actually knew, oh wait, this is purpose.
Let's go back to my 5, 6, 7-year-old lane. So
let's go back.
At that age, so I used to, being, a preacher's kid, I used to always sit in the back seat of the car singing everything. We're listening to everything from, John P. Key, Andre Crouch. Some of everybody, so I would always sit in the back. And I can remember singing and knowing every song. My dad had a community choir coming up when I was younger. And I was always the one to go to rehearsal with them. Always be at the rehearsals and there and learning the music and whatnot. So that's always been a part of me. And then from when I was that age, and I don't remember this part, but my parents used to say, I would be 5 or 6 years old, sitting in the back seat, literally harmonizing, picking out every soprano, alto, tenor part. And they were like, this kid is very unique. To be that young and can pick out parts like that is different, So I came up singing, from a very young age. I believe the time that I knew that I could potentially do this was probably my dad's first live recording. And that was back in 1993. I want to say 1993. He had me lead 96. I'll say 96. He had me lead a Donald Lawrence song. Do you remember I Am?
Yes.
He had me lead that at this recording, and obviously because it's Donald Lawrence song, we didn't obviously put it out, but he just wanted to give me an opportunity to stand in front of people and sing. Now, mind you, I had been doing this since I was young. My dad would put me on I got pictures of me being on the communion table with my microphone and singing, in the Baptist church when I was younger.
Yep.
So my first time actually really getting up in front of people and really singing was at his live recording. And so at that age, I was like, this is different. I've done this my entire life, but actually being up here and leading this song and kind of commanding the audience, I'm like, okay, I think I like this. And the funny thing is, I not only sang, I tried to play the drums. I started out playing the drums. So my parents was like, I beat them so bad, I broke them. So eventually the drums was out of the question. Then I tried to play keys, and I can dibble and dab on the keys a little bit, but I don't play. Like I can, I know my notes and whatnot, but I don't really do that. So singing was just one thing that really stuck.
Yeah.
And so with that, I sang background. Well, I sang in the choir at my uncle's church. My uncle was a pastor growing up, and then my dad. Once I got old enough to be in my dad's group, his thing, because he was an independent artist as well. I sang tenor with him, and then I started doing backgrounds for other people, other artists. I don't know. Are you familiar with Pastor YPJ?
Of course.
So that is my pastor. That's where I'm the praise and worship leader at.
Okay, mighty man of God.
Yeah, that is my brother. That's my big brother. So back in the day when we had our group, I sang and recorded vocals with YPJ and FEC, and that's how we kind of got our start into the industry. So background singing was always my thing, and then man, I got signed to an independent label when I was maybe 20, 21.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I very first started actually writing music, writing, vocal arranging and stuff. And I wasn't really comfortable in it just yet, but the more I did it, the more I fell in love with it. And I just started breaking things apart, started doing my homework, looking how people would write songs. I would actually go, back in the day, you would look at CDs and look at the credits to see.
I love that. Oh, I missed that. I missed that so much. Yeah. Okay, go ahead. I had to interject. No, I missed that. Oh my God.
But those are the days, though. You knew who wrote what record.
That's right.
You knew who produced what record. You knew.
And in what studio and what city and what state. Go ahead. Yeah.
I used to love doing that. So I used to look those people up, and I would see little videos on YouTube of their writing processes. Some of them would write, or would record videos of them being in the studio in their process and stuff. So I would just do my homework. One of my favorite singers is Brandy. So from when I was young, she was one of the first ones that I always studied. My very first song that I recorded, I was at a theme park. It's called Cedar Point here it's in Ohio.
Okay.
And at some theme parks, they had little sound booths where you can go in, you can pick a song and you can record it. Well, my dad knew, I was a Brandy fan, and we picked a Brandy song. He put me in the booth, and I was recording my first little song. I don't know what happened to it, but recording my first little song. It was a Brandy song, but yeah, I just I've been wanting to do it for a very long time, and like I said, finally I got locked into it. And however many years later, I mean, you can see the little grays in my beard. I'm still doing it.
Stop. You're still a young man. Sometimes the young people, I don't know what it is about gray hair. It's an opportunist.
Sure.
It grows where it wants to. It's like, thank God for, things like Just for Men and Black Color, because my pastor, unfortunately, he passed. Pastor Oliver, he wasn't even in his 70s yet, maybe 67, 68, passed about 3 years ago. And he would always say, thank God for Just for Men, because you could never really see how old he was, because he walked a lot, so he stayed in shape.
Sure.
He kept that hair colored completely black. So
now I'm not gonna lie. I this is probably the longest that I've let this kind of grow with the gray.
With the gray in the center, yeah.
Because I let my wife. I tell her to dye it, but she's like, I love the gray. Like
that salt and pepper is distinct. It's
that's
very.
And she tells me that all the time, and I'm like, I know, I get it, but man, let me stay black a little bit longer.
I get it. Believe me, I get it. At 59, sometimes the edges they try to take over, but no. I think I've done it for a while when I had really, really short hair, probably about this long. Gotcha. And then but it looked better short versus to me longer.
Yeah.
And I was okay, but then when I decided to lengthen it, I just went back black. So I
Yeah.
totally, I think it's just preference.
It is for
Yeah.
sure, for
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely preference. Well, I want to continue the journey. Who are some of your greatest vocal influences today?
I will say so. My dad passed. It'll be 8 years.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. It'll be 8 years in a couple of weeks that he's been gone. So, but he's still my number one, like all time inspiration. When I tell you, my dad could sing down. I
Yeah.
mean, could sing down. So, and a lot of the opportunities that I've been able to get have been through him. So, he's been on the stages with, Kirk and Donnie and Yolanda and all of them. So, like, I've been able to meet so many people just through him, So, so yeah. So offline, I had to send you some of his stuff because he has some stuff on.
I would love to hear that. I really would.
So he's my number one.
Okay.
And then when it comes to, I'm such a background person. I love doing the lead stuff, but I love creating the picture around, that main focus. So I love recording background. So when it comes to that, biggest inspiration we already mentioned is Brandy. I love Brandy.
I've heard you talk about her a lot.
Yes.
And so,
I love the way she stacks her vocals, when to put stuff in. Like, I've studied that so much. So she's up there.
She's up there.
When it comes to just that soulful sound, I'm very nostalgic when it comes to that. So you got Boys II Men, you got Brian McKnight.
Oh my God, yes.
I mean, I've always loved him. Carl Thomas, Music Soul Child. Man, it's so many. Like, I feel like if I just keep naming them, like, I feel like I'm disrespecting somebody else, but
because you're missing them. I get it.
But I would say just off of just coming to mind, those would be like the ones that I really. Oh, and Tank. How could I forget Tank? Tank is one of my favorite artists too.
There you go.
Yeah. So I would say they've had a really strong influence on my vocal choices, how I approach a record, whether it's recording or whether it's writing.
Wow. Have you heard of a group called Chapter 5?
I haven't.
And that's the other thing about me. My pastor always said, Sabrina, you have this knack of connecting people. And I do. That's like one of my stronger suits, is once I get to know the person and understand their makeup and what have you, God just gives me to put people together, and they become these really unique and long-term relationships. But that being said, I had a group on probably a year ago now, and in my promotions, I heard them. I went through their page, and they loved Jodeci.
Oh yeah, Jodeci too. Yes.
Okay, exactly, because the harmonies are just so lush, right? And they learned how to stack vocals as well. And they had a song, and they did a tribute using one of their songs. And when I tell you, it garnered like 8,000 views just from it was just a promo.
Wow.
I want to shoot that over to you.
Please.
So you can hear, and who knows, maybe somewhere down the line you guys will connect. But they are an amazing, and they're gospel, but they're R&B gospel, if that makes any sense.
Yeah. So that's what I'm transitioning into. And I don't know if you were going to ask that question or not, but it kind of said.
But that's fine. However it comes, when it comes, let's talk about it.
That's where I'm at right now. I've done R&B for a while. Since I started this, I've been doing it as a solo artist. But the thing with my R&B music is, like I said, I want to talk about all aspects of life without being derogatory, without the cussing and all that stuff, because it's not me. I want people to like I said, understand and feel where I'm coming from when I, write my songs and sing my
Sure.
songs. But then when they meet me, they're like, okay, this dude loves God. Like, and you can tell he has
Of
a light
course.
inside him. So it wasn't until this record, that we'll get into later, is when I just decided, I'm like, hey, I'm just go ahead and just make that jump into gospel R&B. So I'm still, I'm still trying to figure it out. I didn't want to, because my dad was the gospel guy. And
Sure.
so I didn't want to come across, for lack of better words, corny. And not to say that he was or any other gospel artist is, but it's just I've been in this R&B lane for so long. Like I don't want to get into this gospel side and just talk about whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I still want people to feel it. So I'm just like, God was just like, no, you have your sound that I gave you. Keep your sound. Your R&B. Like this is your sound, but just have a message to it. I'm like, okay, cool, God, I got you.
But this is a great transition because I wanted to start talking about inspiration and creativity. So that's what I mean by authenticity. Whatever comes up in the conversation, you just never know where it's going to fall. But I just let it continue. And I wanted to ask you about your intentions when you're creating it. And the reason I'm saying this is because I feel like your music is it feels intentional. Do you know what I mean? And so my question is, what usually inspires a new song? Is it like, for instance, is it life experience? Is it a conversation? Is it relationships, your faith? What is it that usually inspires a new song for you?
So I like this question. I did another interview prior to yours, and they asked me this, and I was like, I really love this question. So it comes from life experiences mainly. And then also I've seen other people experience things as well that I can talk about because, again, you see somebody else going through something and, hey, like I went through that too, something similar.
Right.
You know? Yeah. So it comes from life experiences, but the thing that is that I think for me that is key is that I approach it from a vulnerable space. Me being vulnerable is allowing the listener, to come into my space, to see, okay, he tapped into a whole different, position right here.
Sure.
So how can I approach my music from a vulnerable spot? Sometimes, I may be in the studio crying. I may be in the studio hyper excited, praying. There are times that happens where I'm just in a space that sometimes you have to lock into in order to get your point across in the music. It's just not lyrics that you're singing. You want people to feel like you said, the intention, the emotion, and all that behind it. So it's just about being vulnerable. I think a lot of people, well, I should say some artists, they approach their music just to, oh, this sounds good, so I'm gonna just say that on the beat. You know what I'm saying? And then it doesn't really resonate with people. But if you come from a place where, Joe Dirt down the street can, feel and understand what you're saying, I feel like, you've won. You know? If I can change one person's heart, then I'm good with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So
I do.
I really try to connect to my music as much as possible. I just don't want it to be another song. Like I want it to be something that's meaningful.
And that means to me that you're not chasing a hit.
Nah.
Because some people intentionally go in saying, man, look, we got to make a hit. We got to do this. Or just chasing some viral moment.
The times.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. It is very refreshing. And I'm not saying all of the artists that I've had on here are just chasing hits. Yeah. They want good music. I think even you want good music.
Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But as a Christian, there are parts and spaces and experiences
Mm-hmm.
um, that the anointing will use from us because we're saying yes to Him.
Right.
We're surrendering,
Yeah.
and I think that's the difference sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of differentiates us from others is that we are allowing God's will um, to place us ministerially where this music is needed.
Sure.
Not all music ministers.
Right. Yeah.
Not all
Yeah.
music ministers.
Yeah. Yeah.
And some music is, cleanup music on a Saturday morning.
And
Some
that's
music is,
okay. You
and
need that.
and
You
that's
need
what I was
it.
gonna
You
say.
need it.
It is okay.
Yeah.
But when you're in Christ, you have been bought with a price.
Mm-hmm.
You have a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
You belong to God, and you're saying, "Yes, use me and put me where I need. Give me the words to say.
Yes.
It's not about me. I'm
Yeah.
denying me. I'm surrendering me." So this is what I'm saying. It's a little different.
Yeah.
We're all out there to touch people. Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. But I think when we're doing music that um, has an anointing on it, it's going to destroy something that certain types of music, and this is me. You
Yeah.
guys, I'm not putting words in his mouth. This is me. I know that there are songs that break yokes.
Mm-hmm.
They send demons fleeing. All
Mm-hmm.
music can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
All music isn't created to do it. It
Yeah.
just is not.
Yeah.
It again, music is universal in that it makes you feel a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see what I mean?
Absolutely.
That is the comparison and similarity. But there is certain music that has power, that
Yeah.
has the anointing of God,
Yeah.
that is created to break yokes, bring people into salvation,
Mm-hmm.
bring you into a place to where you want to surrender and live for Christ, because
Absolutely.
there's something that person needs. And God knows I can send Corey, or I can send John, or I can send Philip,
Mm-hmm.
whoever that person is, and get that job done.
Yeah.
Because he's going through something in life
Yeah.
that only this particular, because he's a psalmist or he's a minstrel. There's a difference. And
It
I don't
is.
know how I get here, Corey. I don't know how I got here.
You own something. Yeah, I agree.
There's a difference.
I agree.
And because of that, because you're saying, yes, I believe that there will be doors that you'll be able to get through.
Mm-hmm. I believe it.
Without even an effort.
Yeah, I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
I believe it. It's funny that you hit the nail on the head. I have a song that's getting ready to come. I think it's gonna be my next single, and it's called "I'll Say Yes." And you might have just confirmed it for me, honestly, because I didn't know.
Praise the Lord.
I didn't know if I was gonna put it out yet.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I was gonna wait until the
we need it.
Comes out.
We need it, Corey.
That's what New Day was about. Like that's what my single it was about. It was just starting fresh, starting over, and it was just me simply just saying, "Okay, God, I'll do what you want me to do. Like I'm done." And not to say that I was doing something out of this.
No.
But I just wanted to like, okay, God, like there's a mantle on my life, and I can't run from that. Mm-mm. Obviously, I'm gonna do it in the way that you want me to do it, and that you created me to do. Sure. But I'm saying yes to what you want me to do. So that's why I'm praying that, and I'm believing that God is having His hand on all of this and just orchestrating different pieces. And I believe this next level is about to be crazy.
Well, I want to see it. Lord, let me see this.
Yeah.
I want to see it. Amen.
Yeah, amen.
Oh wow. Well, we've got one more break, and then we can, because I've got not a whole lot left, but definitely have several more inquiries, if you will, and things
Yeah.
I'd love to talk about before we get to the premiere. So, you guys, please don't go too far. I am loving this conversation. It is just taking on wings, and it's just
It is. Yeah.
like Patty does. It just flies. It just goes, and it does. Patty, that's what I'm saying. Music does its thing.
Yeah.
It does what it needs to do. So we'll be
Yeah.
back, you guys, in just a little bit right here on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide.
The Music Note Boutique has returned, offering must-have lifestyle go-tos from Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide. Grab your Black is the New White mug, our 25-ounce hot-cold travel cup, and our classic teas, available in an array of colors. Get your essentials now. Visit us at etsy.com/shop/The Music Note Boutique. I'm Sabrina Taylor, creator and host of the indie platform Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide, where the artist shares their story and I premiere their latest release. Connect with Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide here, Mondays on Facebook and YouTube, 7:30 p.m. Central.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the show. My guest is Corey Ronell. We were just having some serious conversation, and that's why I wanted to get that break out of the way, because I don't want to have to stop anymore until this is over.
Yeah.
It's over.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to talk about growth
Okay.
with you, because I know we all grow at different times, through different things. We all have a story. We talked about that from the beginning.
Mhm.
How do you feel you've changed over the last 3-5 years, Corey?
Ooh. So that's a good question.
Yeah.
I would say I've changed quite a bit. Personally, my wife and I, we got married 4 years ago. So we just celebrated our 4-year anniversary.
Congratulations.
This past May. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I can say from that alone, I mean, obviously we've dated, some years before then, but
Sure.
That alone has changed me a lot. And I say that because I've had so much inspiration, and also encouragement and push from my wife.
Yay.
To pursue my music. It's times where, if I feel like if you're an artist and you've not thought about quitting at all,
I was gonna ask you about. Oh, see, I love authenticity. I was gonna ask you, at any point, had you ever, looked at where you were, what you were doing, and you're like, I don't know if I want.
I've had that happen, and I think that's what got me to this point where I am now.
Got it.
So I can talk to you about it offline, but let's just say for now, I was a part of a national televised TV show.
Okay.
And it was for singing, and I get out to where the show was aired at, and they have us living out there I was out there for maybe a little over a month preparing for it. So I'm talking vocal lessons, going over the music that I'm going to be doing, photo shoots, all types of stuff. And then it comes to my time to do my thing, and I don't get that opportunity.
Why?
And it's just snatched.
It is not. What?
Yeah.
So you can't talk about it on.
Like I said, I'll tell you offline. But like I said, we'll just say I had this opportunity.
Okay.
And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And I got back home. I can tell you that I was in LA. So I got back home from LA from being out there, and I just sat for like 3 or so months and didn't do a thing.
That takes a toll.
It rocked my world.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I think the bad thing about it is that I knew that I was purposed to do what I'm doing.
Yes.
but I've never had anything of this magnitude happen to me, and my wife was just like, what is going on? And she told me this after the fact, after I came out of all of that. But she was hitting up my mom. It was even like I don't know what to do. Like,
yeah.
Like he's not been in the studio, because beforehand, I was always working, whether it was for myself or for other artists. I was always working. And she was like, I don't know what to do. Like, he comes home, doesn't do nothing in the studio, and just kind of goes day by day and kind of just goes on the fly. And she was like, it's just not him, So coming out of that, I did realize, that this music thing, this game, this is my medicine. This is how I how I keep moving in life, in a positive way,
Yeah.
This is what kind of helps me when I'm in a depressed state, or when I'm in a state of I shouldn't say depressed, but when I'm in a state of,
I get it. I get it.
Maybe not believing anymore, or not thinking this could be a thing, So music has always been a way of escape for me. So like I said, that happened about almost 4 years ago.
Almost 4 years ago.
That happened. So ever since then, I kind of came out of it and just started getting back into everything. Those juices started flowing again. And I was able to just jump right back in. But
wow,
I think it's made me more creative over these last few years.
Do you think it's made you more in tune to hearing? Not that you were, I'm not saying you weren't now, let me say that first, but make you more in tune to hear what God is saying to do in this arena with your vocal gift?
For sure. I think so. And I think too that platform that I was on, I think God wanted me to see what it was. Like, I really believe he wanted me to see that side to give me a glimpse of what it could be, but maybe I wasn't ready for it at that point in time.
Right.
And maybe he has me here at this point now with a different mindset and a different thinking to be like, okay, Corey, like, you're right where I want you to be. This is where we needed to get you to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. What's one lesson then after, because my hope is, Corey, that you walked away with a lesson learned, And I know that, there are tons of things that are going on in my mind, but the thing that hits home, because people are watching, other indie artists are watching, and I'm sure they could probably, because there are not that many types of shows out in LA, they probably can tell you, oh, I know it was either this one or that one or this one. But if it's even that, or it might not be, it could be another experience. What's one lesson this industry has taught you that no one could have prepared you for?
To not be afraid. For a very long time, and I wouldn't say afraid. I guess it is, because for a while, Sabrina, I was very insecure of my sound.
Come on, I don't even believe that. I can't.
I'm serious.
Shut up.
I'm so serious, because I feel like, because I didn't sound like this person or that person, I'm like, am I really, like, can I really sing like my friends say I can? It's one thing for your friends to say, oh, you nice, you cold, but then you get out there and everybody's like, he's all right.
They're tough out there beyond your friend zone, that.
For real. But I've come to learn that, and this is not to be a conceited way, but I am dope. You know what I'm saying?
And you are. That's why I was like, please, you weren't afraid.
It's okay for me to say that, like, I there is a lane for me,
That's confidence talking. That's not arrogance. That's just confidence. Yeah.
There's a lane for me. So I would say, I guess just overcoming that fear or that worry about everybody. I think that was a lesson for me to learn, and not to care so much about what everybody thought.
No.
Like all I can do is do what God created me to be and be strong and firm in that and just do it. You know, I've met so many different people that I've looked up to for so many years in this game, whether it be artists, producers, all of that. Those people that I see in them credits, like I've had the opportunity to meet a lot of these people. So that says a lot in itself. But I had to get over that hump to say, okay, you're dope. You have a good voice. You have a good sound.
Yeah.
You know, what your content that you're creating is great. So you gotta roll with it and stand on what you believe in and what God has given you and what He's graced you to do. So I just had to do that. And that's it. That's a lesson in itself, because there's a lot of people that I know that are some incredible songwriters, incredible singers, and I know songwriters that are even, you know, just behind the scenes doing stuff, and they're nervous for people to sing their own songs or to submit their music and stuff. And so it's a real thing. It's a real thing. But if you're talented, you're talented. If you got it, you got it.
Got it. Yeah, exactly.
You know?
And speaking of which, you know, that kind of brings up the word success to me. I think that's like the next subject that would enter into a conversation like this. So then what does success look like for you compared to maybe when you first started? Because again, success is different for everybody. You know, it's on different levels. So explain what success looks like for Corey Ronell.
So let me tell you what success used to look like for me. And that used to look like me being on a stage in front of millions of people and, you know, them singing my songs and all that. That's what it used to look
like. Okay.
But I got to a point where, and I said this earlier, if I can change one person or if I can change a family, then I feel like I've gained that success.
Sure.
Like, I feel like I've made my mark. Because from then it's word of mouth. Oh, have you heard of Corey Ronell? Like, you need to listen to this song. Like,
exactly.
Right. You know, you was going through however many, you know, weeks ago. Listen to this song. I promise you, like, it's gonna get you out of it and blah blah blah. So like, if I can just change one person, I know I can change multiple people. So I'm good with that. And again, that's one of those things too. I'm just like, okay, God, just take the wheel, you know, like do what you will with it. Like I'm good with that. So from that, I truly believe that God is really going to bless, you know, my career, and open doors that no man can close. So I that's how I look at success.
Sure. Well, then I want to change the direction just a little bit and talk about personal reflection, if you will. So if your music had like one reoccurring message, just one, what would you want that message to be?
That it's okay to love.
Aww. Why that message?
So I've been through a divorce before.
So have I. Yep.
And that first marriage crushed me. Jesus. Like it crushed me.
Yeah.
And a couple years after that divorce is when my first album came out. And I really poured my heart out into that. And it wasn't and honestly, it wasn't even a thing of, I want to get some music out. It was like I needed to get all of this off my chest in order for me to heal. And I didn't want to, and me and my wife, we talk about this, like I wasn't looking to get married again.
Yeah.
I felt like I would just get crushed again. I would be hurt again, you know. You know, and so a lot of my music, like I've already talked about, it talks about love because that's personal to me.
Yep.
You know, it's okay to love. It's okay to hurt, you know. And you don't have to take that hurt and that frustration and put it onto the next person, because that next person will probably be the person for you and turn your whole world around, you know?
Rather than sabotage it because of the pain from the previous. It's almost like they're being penalized for something they didn't even do. They didn't know you. They weren't there. And so I think, and that's a trick of the enemy as well. When because I can only speak from experience, having gone through divorce, not once, but twice, okay, in my lifetime. That doesn't feel very good. It's like, so then you start turning the camera around saying, okay, what's wrong with me? What's going on with me? Well, I know the first one, I was just too young. I had just turned 18 right out of high school. So you already know. Hello, being rebellious and young. But my second marriage, I was married 20 plus years, half my life, and so, and then being like coming from a ministry like yours, pastors that were faith-based, we had the healing and deliverance ministry. And people knew us from the north, south, east, west, people like Fred Hammond, CC Winans. All these people were coming to our church, right? Joanne Rosario, just people in the industry. We saw them coming on our stage. And I'm getting this kind of word. We're having people coming in like Cynthia Brazelton and her husband flying in, and the guy from Chicago, Bill Winston, coming to the church. I'm talking faith. I'm talking, this is our life. This is what we do. This is who we are. And then no marriage. That makes you feel like one of the biggest failures around. Listen, I'm putting it out here. This is me.
No, I get it.
Do you hear what I'm saying? So I get it. So the enemy is going to take that because you've said it out. You said it in prayer. So he's hearing, because he can't hear you. You say things inside unless you say it outwardly. But now he's heard your prayers. Now he's taking that stuff to manipulate you, because you are special to God, Corey. You are. You're significant. You're special. And God has a plan for your life. I had to tell myself that. Because I was drowning in feeling like a failure. I'm on the praise team. I'm out front. I'm on the front line, right? I'm on the praise team, and come on, worship him. And inside I'm crying. I'm breaking down. Do you know what I mean? And so it took that was a process that I had to go through, and I'm sure it was a process you had to go through.
Absolutely.
But my thing is, see, when you're that low and you're vulnerable, Satan sees just that little opening, and he just kicks the door in, and just brings you all kinds of things that you really shouldn't have to deal with, but you did. So what do we learn? What's the takeaway at this point? Maybe I can help somebody who's going through that, maybe I can, but those are things you don't want people to know, though. You know what I'm saying, Corey? You're like, I'm talking all this God talk and my life is a mess.
But that's where a lot of my content came from, though. Like, I had to get to a point where I could talk about it,
Wow.
Like I had to. If I didn't, because I wasn't talking to my parents about it. I was, I didn't even tell them that I was going to see a therapist for however many, a year and a half, almost 2 years after my divorce was done. So I wasn't really talking to anybody about it. But even though I was talking to my therapist, that's one thing. But for me, like I needed to express that in my work. I needed to express that in my music, because again, like, I could help somebody else that's going through it. Like, yo, I'm hurting. Like, I am in pain right now.
I get it.
So I know there's somebody else that is going through the same thing, and that really they need that outlet to be like, man, okay, if he can go through this and sing about it and talk about it, then that lets me know that I I can express it somehow and let this weight off of me,
Yep.
in order to heal and to be better and to also, have a better future. Because again, you might have somebody that's coming along that God has for you, but until you heal and you get over the previous situation, you're not going to be able to do that.
That part.
There's no way. So
That part. Yeah.
So like I said, it's okay to love. That is,
it is.
It's okay to do that. It's not no hurt, harm, or foul in loving somebody. If you love somebody, love them.
Yeah.
Love them.
Yeah. Exactly. God's got your back.
Yeah, absolutely.
And speaking of that, I want us to get into the premiere, New Day. I really love this song. Tell me about the inspiration for New Day, Corey.
So I actually got the track about a little over a year ago. And it came from one of my good friends, Danielle Stevens McMillan. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
I have seen an interview on her. She's amazing.
Yes, that's my girl. So we used to be signed to the same label.
Yeah, I know.
And so she has her stuff going on.
She does.
And so she was like, okay, Corey, like, what we doing? And she hit me up first, like, what are we doing with your music? Like, what's going on? I was like, honestly, I was like, I'm trying to help other artists. Like, I'm trying to play the background. Like, I was like, yes, I'm still putting out music, but I'm trying to help other artists, get going, R&B artists and all that. I'm trying to write. I'm trying to get placements, all of that.
Sure.
Production. I was like, that's what I'm trying to do. She was like, no, she like, send me some stuff. She was like, what you got? So like, okay, cool. So I sent her some stuff. She said she needed something for an R&B group. I was like, man, I got tons of stuff that So I see. She was like, okay, so what are we doing with your stuff? How about we just work on yours? I was like, I really don't want to, but she was like, no, like, let's do it. Let's figure it out. And she was like, let's do it. She was like, I really believe you got what it takes to, we can break through those doors. Like,
yep.
There's people that I know that we can talk to and we can figure some things out. So I'm like, okay, whatever. So she gave me this track from a producer named Drum Deucer. Dude is amazing. He produced this track. And so she sent it to me, like I said, a year ago, and I sat on it for a while. And I'm just like, I don't know what I want to do to it yet. So I just kind of kept, listening to it. And God gave me New Day, and it kind of went along with just me saying yes to everything that he wanted me to do. So for me, a new day is a fresh start. Not necessarily starting over, but from where I am, how can I reposition myself to win? You know? So New Day was what it was. And it started out with the hook. I had the hook first to the song, and then from there, God gave me the words to what I was supposed to talk about, what the new day was, where I was thinking about the new day, all of that, and it just kind of went from there. And when we got the song, when I got mine done, me and Jay Sean, we've been friends for a while now. Jay Sean Champion, and I hit him up. I was like, yo, and we always have been talking about doing a record together, but we just never had a chance to do it.
Sure.
I'm like, hey man, I was like, I got this song I want you to be on. Would you be down? He's like, man, please, like, for sure, send it.
Yeah.
So I sent it, and I like literally within a day and a half, 2 days, he sent me back his part on the song.
Okay.
So I was like, dope. I was like, this is fire. So I was like, how much I owe you? He said, bro, you don't owe me nothing.
What?
I was like, okay. I was like, I'll make sure you'll get your credits. He was like, bro, he said, I'm doing this for the love of music. And let me put a disclaimer out there. Everybody's price, like my price ain't,
correct.
Everybody else's and all that. So I don't want to, but he was just like, it was just him just saying, for me, it was confirmation. Just him saying like, no, like, I got you. Like, this is a dope record, like, whatever. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm still make sure, you get your publishing, all of that. Like, we're going to make sure you get everything, we're going to split everything down the middle, whatever. He was like, cool, whatever. So it was just, everything just kind of fell into place with this song. And I was so excited how everything just kind of happened, man. And here we are, New Days. It's doing pretty good right now. People are catching wind of it. I'm I'm getting hits from all different types of radio people and all.
Because it's a great song.
It's just different though. Like I've been in that vein on the R&B side. R&B is a little tougher. You know, it's everybody's doing R&B. You know what I'm saying? So
well, that's because that's where the money's at. There's no money in smooth jazz.
Yeah,
I mean, you definitely do it for the love of music and smooth jazz.
For sure. But yeah, so here we are.
Here we are. Well, I want people to hear it, and we can have more conversation after it is over. Everybody, I want you to use your emojis, and then of course if you've got anything you want to say while you're listening to it, please type that in. But New Day, our guest tonight is Corey Ronell, and this is going to be an amazing song. I have a visual, I have a music visualizer for it.
Oh no.
So yeah, definitely. New Day, everybody, by Corey Ronell, here on Indie Artist Reveal Worldwide.
Yeah. Yo, my name is Corey Ronell, and you know what, man? It's a new day. It's a new day for me. And don't be discouraged to start over, because you can have a new day as well. Feel me? Let's go. The night was heavy, the stars would shine. Carried away, I couldn't deny. But the sun rose up and painted the sky. The canvas of hope, a reason to try. The chains are broken, I'm stepping free. I was high, no now. It beats for me. Where the light breaks, shine so now reshape you. It's a new day, new way to be. Now I'm standing tall where I used to bleed. It's a new day, can't you see? Yeah. The past is gone, but I'm standing there.
Break me down, no longer bothers me, stronger now, 'cause I found a new day. I make no apology for the man I'm supposed to be, on a new way, thinking new ways, in a new place. It's a new day. The day is brand new, so I have to tell you that I'm grateful, thankful. The rain's gone, see a new day fall. The day is brand new, so I have to tell you that I'm thankful, grateful. The rain's gone, see a new day fall. The day is brand new,
That's New Day by our special guest tonight, Corey Ronell. My gosh, dude, amazing.
Thank you so much. I've always been a type to, when I listen to my stuff a lot, like I've heard the song 10 billion times before it even came out.
Yeah.
I love it more and more each time I hear it. I'm just like, and
Yeah.
sometimes I listen, I'm like, God, how in the world?
How'd you do that?
How did you come up with this?
Oh Lord, you're so amazing.
Man,
Yeah.
like you are a crazy dude. You know?
I'm telling you, there's just no end to the phenomenal things that God can do.
Absolutely, man.
And Smoke Jones is one of like my really, really good besties.
Yeah.
And he says, I make no apologies for the man I'm supposed to be. That's in your lyrics.
Yeah.
He wants to know the explanation behind that lyric. He loves it.
So now that was Jay Sean's.
That was Jay Sean?
Okay. That was him. So honestly, I hear that, I make no apologies for who I came up to be, who I'm supposed to be in you. Like there is no, don't get down on yourself for some of the decisions you made. Like don't apologize for who God made you to be. Like you can't apologize for that. Like you just can't. Like God took you down a certain way for
yes.
He took you, left when you wanted to go right for a reason. It's a reason. Like, and you may have stumbled along the way. So I make no apologies.
None. Just wow. Just amazing. Totally amazing. Are you going to take that to radio?
That is the plan.
Yeah.
I need to talk to some people that know some people. So that is the plan.
That's the plan. Yeah.
That is the plan. So yeah.
Well, I tell you, it deserves everything that's coming, and that's good. I love the song, and I was so excited for people because a lot of times we're in our little bubbles, on social media, and sometimes when we try to venture out, and people are like, who's that?
Yeah,
I don't know him.
Right.
But I intentionally, put some things out about you so that people could be curious and not give it all away, because I wanted them to come and hear you. But if they happen to venture out and go to Spotify or iTunes, wherever they go, and pull you up and listen, that's perfect, because that's really what we want them to do.
For sure.
But I wanted people to know, why I was excited about bringing you, because I'm not haphazard about who I bring on this platform. You got to be ready.
Yeah.
You got to be professional.
Yeah.
And music has to sound well. There are thousands of independent artists out here now.
Everybody does music.
Everybody does music.
Yeah.
And I have my picks and chooses, and I can, because I do it because I can.
Yeah.
But those who I feel are, some people call it the it factor. I think it's way beyond that. I think it's those who really know they have something, maybe having some difficult times getting it pushed, getting eyes and ears on it. And I'm one of those persons who helps get that done behind the scenes. And so I start out here, and we move forward. But you were...
Listen, I feel honored. I am. I'm honored to be here.
Bless your heart.
I am honored to be here. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Oh my God.
Let me stop you right there.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm telling you, because I've seen a lot. I've had artists come in my inbox and tell me some stupid things, some crazy things, and why don't you, and why are you, and you shouldn't do this, that should be this, and this should be free, and that should, why are you, what? Well, what?
This is my show.
Exactly. Hello. Oh, you just wouldn't believe the audacity of
I believe it. I believe it. Some people really feel entitled and feel like they belong in certain areas, and that's not how this industry works.
It doesn't work that way,
No,
sugar. As I said,
no.
sugar, it doesn't work that way.
Uh-uh.
No, exactly. It just does not. So, but your music is truly phenomenal.
Thank you.
And oh my God, yes. Yes,
Thank you.
indeed. You teamed up with Jay Sean Champion, and I mean,
That's my guy.
that guy is amazing.
Yeah.
What made him the right choice, though, in your mind, to help you tell the story about New Day?
Jay Sean just has that. He just has that voice.
He does.
Like I feel like I couldn't have gotten anybody else to be on this record.
Mm.
I just feel like his voice alone felt perfect for this record.
Okay.
And then not only that, for what's his name, Smoke, for him to ask about that line is another reason why I wanted him, because he's a wordsmith. Jay can write. Jay, like, he has a really dope pen, and he's one of those people too that and I know AI is doing all this other stuff, but he's one of those guys that's like he's, and I mean, like me too, like he's anti-AI. Like he wants people to feel where he's coming. Yes, he wants people to feel that. So that was that it was just the end all for me. Like it was just Jay.
Yeah.
No ways around that. Like he fit the mold of this record. And plus I mean I've heard other stuff that he's done, and a lot of stuff that he's done a lot of records that are similar to New Day as well. But
he and Doobie,
he does everything.
Yeah.
He does everything.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's just that type of writer, and he's just, I don't know, there's just something unique about him.
Yeah, absolutely. And a really good dude, really has a good heart. And I already told you, that's the type of person that I am. I like to connect with very good people because I need their energy to match mine. Like I'm a good guy at heart. Like I always want to see the good in people too. So so if you can mirror that, then we A-okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what's next for Corey?
Pushing this record. I'm pushing this record to the wheels fall off. Like I said, I will be dropping. I'm hoping dropping another single within the next couple of months.
Yeah.
Leading up to the project, I want to release the EP around maybe end of November. End of November-ish. I want to release a project. But honestly, from here on out, I see all types of stuff. I see Stellars, Grammys, all of that, and people are crazy to say, yeah, I don't need a Grammy to do it. Listen, I've worked hard in this game for a very long time, so it'd be good to get some hardware for
something.
For I've done, you know?
Yeah. Hello.
So I see myself on all of that, BMI awards, like all of that. Like I see that in my near future. I see this literally being all that I'm doing, being able to minister to people, being able to meet different people and just do some good work, man. Like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I want to be out where I can make a difference, make a change. I know people really ain't doing that no more, but I'm old school, and that's where I'm at.
I get it. I totally get it. Smoke had another question. What's the name of the EP?
I don't know yet. Haven't thought about it. No, I take that back. I lied. I have thought about it, but I keep going back and forth. But I don't know what's going to be the name of it just yet. That's a good question though. But I don't know.
Really? Okay. So you're still thinking it through?
I am. I'm leaning more towards the I'll say yes, because when I tell you, and maybe when we get offline, maybe I can send it to you and let you play it, because and tell me what you think about it. But
okay.
I'll say yes. It's a really dope song.
I can't wait to hear it. I'm telling you.
Yeah, but I think that's the premise behind all this, right? So
Yeah.
I've had multiple people near and far confirm the same thing that God's been saying, and they were like, Corey, just say yes, just say yes.
Yeah.
What you know exactly what it is, just say yes. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And when the last person told me that, I fell to my knees and cried because I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
I'm like,
Really?
all right. I'm like, okay, God, I've heard enough. I've heard enough. All right.
Wow.
So
I totally get it. I totally
yeah,
get it. And you know, Jay Sean reminds me a little bit of Doobie Powell.
absolutely. You know, he has records with Doobie.
No way.
Yeah, he got. I want to say he has a few. He has quite a bit with Doobie.
Wow.
Yep. There's the joint that I got with well, we haven't worked on it yet, but coming down the line, Doobie's brother Billy, I got a track from him too that I'll probably be working on as well. Just haven't touched it yet. It's this
Wow.
you get a lot of stuff, you kind of just sit on it for a little bit, but
Absolutely.
it's fire. All the pals, those dudes are those some creative monsters.
I know. I agree. I agree.
Peace.
Totally agree. Well, did Jay Sean also produce New Day, or is it collaborative?
So it's just a collaborative thing. Yep. So me and him just we wrote he wrote the vamp, I wrote the verses and wrote the hook. And he vocal arranged his stuff and same thing with mine. But Drum Deucer, he was the one that produced the
God.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then he actually had some of his guys come on and put live horns, bass, guitar. So yeah.
Well, we have so enjoyed having you, hearing, the history of the song and learning about you as a writer, as a creative. I'm really excited about what's to come, and I'm sure others are too. I love sharing the excitement. When I'm excited, they gotta come to the show. They gotta come to the show.
Yeah. Thank you. No, this was a lot of fun, man. And I'm enjoying meeting people like you too. So this was awesome. So I hope this isn't the last time. Last time you had me.
It won't be. It will not. It will not. Cool. Well, listen, hang on. Definitely want to kind of learn which one of those shows that I'm thinking it was that you were a part of that we couldn't share when you were talking about. Yeah. Definitely want to talk about that. But everybody, I hope you enjoyed our special guest tonight, Corey Ronell.
Thank you.
New music, new day. Please go and download specifically Spotify, because you know what that entails. Follow and download there.
Yes.
That is so very, very, very important. Listen, we appreciate all of you. I want you to remember, what you make happen for others, God will also make happen for you. You guys have a great night. Don't know if I'm going to have anybody in on next week. Trying to not have so many in a month. I usually do this every Monday, but I think I want to have people really be excited when I bring guests on. So I may just dwindle it down to 2 per month.
Makes sense.
And they're going to be very special people when they come on. So, but you guys stay connected, and I'll keep you informed. But you guys have a great night, and we will see you soon. Take care. You're welcome.